Early subscriber gets the tea. I know. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. How is everybody doing? Can everybody hear me? Let me know. I am in a place the Wi-Fi is not that good, but we're going to try to get through it. So, how is everybody doing? This has been a crazy week. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Trinity, Nicole, Celie, Aura. Good morning, everyone. Real quick, just the housekeeping. The unit today is Unice, Water Wave, I think. Um, Fenty lipstick, Fenty face. I think that's it. Got that covered out of the way. Um, Sin, did you send that to me in my inbox? Cause Sin got some tea that we got to talk about. Hello, Mary Britt. Hello, good morning. Um, I know I said I was going to read this entire book on this hot topics. I'm not going to read the entire book because with all of everything that's out there saying that this book is fake, and we're going to read some pages, right? But I'm going to read a couple of chapters throughout. But we're going to talk about some tea. Good morning, Mississippi. What's up, Jackie in the house? Oh, Sin. There is a link up top. Go ahead and hit the link, and I'll bring you up so we can talk about it real quick. So what I'm talking about is Sin had just let me know that 2 people have been fired from Love and Marriage Huntsville. So I want to know what's going on because she said it's all over the internet. She said Queen Sheba talked about it. But I did not listen to that last night. So I don't know what's popping off. But we'll get into that. First things first. This Diddy stuff, we're going to talk about it real quick. I'm going to get into a couple of chapters right now. We're just going to get started with it, and then we're going to go into something else. Oh, wait a minute. Stan is here. Let's get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's go. Oh, okay. Wait. Before I get started, let me do this real quick. Hold on. Let me do this. Oh, wait. Oh, what was it? Because I don't want no problem.
I know that's right.
About anything. None. Okay, y'all, this is the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, content, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All of this is in our own personal opinion. And that is what's going on right now. Now that we got the business out of the way, saying what's good, what's going on? Talk to us, girl.
Okay. It's been reported that 2 of the cast members are not returning, and their last name starts with S. Okay. Yes. I was told by another source, and you know who my other source is, that it's been some issues with the lawsuit. Okay.
Ooh.
And you know they don't like to go into their business. And you know somebody plays like everything is fine. So I'm thinking it's Maurice and Kimmy.
You know what? Let me tell you. I did listen to one of Queen Sheba's things, and actually, I had gone live on Instagram the
Mm-hmm.
other day,
Mm-hmm.
and she said, "What? Okay, who is 2.0? Is that 2.0 is Tisha Marceau or 2.0 is Kimmy and Maurice? Which one is 2.0?
Kimmy and Maurice, cause you
Okay,
know, yeah.
okay. I'm gonna say this. I said it on my live. I heard Queen Sheba said it. She said it differently, but I agree with her 100%. When it comes to Maurice has absolutely nothing. He does not contribute anything to this show. The only most interesting thing that he has done was got that DUI or DWI, whatever that was.
Mm-hmm.
Now we gotta wait to see what that is. Kimmy's sitting there trying to figure out how she can help him. He's saying that you can't help me. There is nothing there. And
Nothing.
like I said on my live, Kimmy had the ability to really come out and be the ringleader of this show. Kimmy had the biggest devastating thing that any woman could go through, and that is any type of cancer, right?
Right.
And from my understanding, I think she said Maurice was the one that had to talk her into talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So once she talked about it, I don't think she went like she just kind of mulled over it by having that conversation with Maurice in the car, saying that she fakes it, right? And that took over the entire story. The
Mm-hmm.
fact that the fact that she fakes it and he doesn't like that she fakes it, and they lost on that,
Yep.
because when Kimmy came back to this particular season, it should have been to help women, and prayerfully no one in here has dealt with it. I'm sure we know someone who has, and prayerfully we won't have to deal with it. But you would have this out here, we could go on demand and watch it and be inspired and know the steps. We don't know, since how many doctor's appointments has Kimmy been to? How is she faring? Is her hair growing back? What's helping that? Has her libido come back? Like, like she was the moment. Hello,
Yep.
everyone. She was the moment. Kimmy had the ability to make this show turn around. And even though we do appreciate some of the mess, we also want something that we can hold on to. We want something of substance. We want something that is intellectual, something that's helpful. And she is not helpful at
She's
all.
surviving.
She came back in this season, not even mentioning how she's doing, right?
Right.
You clearly are donning a little afro. We want to know, like, how are you feeling with that? How is it driving your Jeep with the wind blowing through your hair? Did you find that offensive when Maurice said that? Like, these are some things that we really want to know. But
Exactly.
instead, she comes on the show and she is going back and forth with Tisha between Sunny and Destiny. So now you are the word of mouth girl,
Yep.
right? You have nothing. Kimmy offers nothing. And baby, let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to go after this live. Y'all need to go to listen to Anonymous T, because when I tell you to read that she read over Carlos and that show,
Ooh,
everything was on point. Everything she said out of her mouth was on point. So Kimmy has, I hope Kimmy and Maurice are gone.
me too.
I hope it's them, because what are they doing? I'm
Nothing.
sorry, go ahead.
And I'm not. I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean to be offensive or anything about it, but I pray her cancer was not just a storyline.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I
No,
think,
I pray.
yeah, I understand, but I feel okay. I will say this, and I'm with you on this. I will say this: the fact that she said Maurice had to make her talk about it gives this is our storyline. But even though he did that and she talked about it, the fact that you dumbed it down to a libido is ridiculous.
And it's always
You
been a storyline, libido.
No, I know her cancer wasn't fake. I know she did that, but she could have helped so many women. And just the way the story, even when Maurice was talking to her and they was on the bikes, you know what I'm saying? How
Yep.
insensitive for you to say that it's a mind thing. And she's like, Maurice, I'm taking medicine to get
Yep.
me through this. And you got the nerve to sit up on television and say, oh, it's all in your mind. And then
Yep.
the medicine affects people differently. She
Yep.
could be taking this medicine that she needs to take for the rest of her life. She may not ever get that back. So she may have to roll over and do whatever for the rest of the time she's with you. And you just gonna have to get with it.
Yep. But I'm gonna say this: with most women, I don't know, depending on the stages, why didn't she have her breast removed?
I mean, I don't know. Now that's a little too far for me.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm in the medical
I
field.
don't know, but I mean, she did what as a nurse. I will say this: she is a nurse,
Yep.
so as a nurse, I'm going to say that she did the right thing for herself. I'm going to just say that because she's a nurse,
Right. And
right? Because I think if she thought it was worse, I think she would have gone forward with more things. That's all I can say about it.
right. And I'm not sensitive or anything because, being a nurse, she did, do some breast self-examination and caught it in time.
Right?
And with chemo, I see a lot of patients doing chemo. And that takes a toll on your body. They have so
Yes.
many journeys that they go through. They lose their
Yes.
taste, and everything. So if you're losing your taste, you don't want nothing else to do with nothing else but trying to
No.
get yourself together. And all this man thinking about is libido bouncing.
Bounce house situations. And right here, MAF says, in my opinion, she couldn't focus on her sea journey because it didn't include him. And I'm going to have to say, I agree with you
You, me too.
because because these men feel inadequate if these women, and when I say these women, I mean all of us, if we don't include them some kind of way, they seem to have a little piece of who we are becoming.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna get into my personal story, but I have a personal story about that. And I
Yep.
and I totally understand what MAF is saying. This has nothing to do with you, sir. Nothing.
Exactly.
Although men do get breast cancer, my cousin's husband passed away from that. That
Hmm.
happens. But right now, this is Kimmy. Kimmy could have been what could have brought Love and Marriage Huntsville back, and people could actually start watching it because she could have helped so many women. So
Exactly.
many women. But she chose not to do that. So, I mean, we just gonna keep it moving. So, Tisha and Marceau. I was listening to, I can't think of who the girl was this morning. I was listening to her. She's on YouTube and she does things in her car. And she was, and I've been seeing it going around YouTube. But Maurice got into it with the people at the church
Yeah, girl.
about the parking spaces.
Exactly.
I've been to Black, and I listened to her, and she was like, "It's in a strip mall. It is in a strip mall, and I think they have bought all three parts of it, right? But
Allegedly.
there is no parking. There is no parking. It's not.
But
There's no
think about it. If you opening up Black and you going on a Saturday night and there's no church on Saturday nights if it's not 7 Day Adventist, but
right,
why would you? That's a storyline to me because you talking about if you make a deal with that church and allow your people to park there and give that church some type of tiding for the next day,
right.
probably shouldn't have a problem.
And it's about to be homecoming. So I'm gonna tell you something. We at Alabama A&M University, we have a good time. And when I went to Black during homecoming, it was hundreds of people out there and all over the place. They were parked all down the street, past the church,
Mm,
because you have nowhere to park.
yeah.
And
I
then,
say
like,
give that church a little tiding on Sunday, a large
yes,
percentage. There will be no problem because we know most churches, if you personally, if you have a good relationship with that church, you shouldn't have a problem parking if you give them some money.
you're right. You're right. I got to get into Celie's closet. Because I have the same sentiment. She said most men make everything about them when we were talking about Maurice. That's
Yep.
why I don't want another husband. I'm on one block number away from being on the run. I hear you. I
Me
hear
too.
you. Hey,
I
Lord,
burned up on a
don't you get him in
boyfriend. I'm
trouble.
in myself.
Oh, maybe that is on the rocks with Jada. Yeah, I think that's who that was. She told a good story. I really enjoyed her today. Um, but this is the last thing saying, and then I'm gonna take you down. What? Okay, Mel had her live. She did really good, and now Stormy's live is coming up. Is people gonna join Stormy's live? Are you gonna buy from her? Stormy has a signature scent now. I think it's going for $120.
Mm. Did you see her nail products? Did you see she got nail products now, the vitamins and all that for you to take?
Wait, I came with but
Child,
no, I
I ain't.
didn't know that.
You didn't know
Lord.
that?
Oh no, no, I was talking to Rolanda. No, I didn't know that. Yeah, I saw that. I was gonna talk about it, but I didn't. I had a screenshot to talk about, but she's saying, I guess her nails are growing. I mean, it feels like she gets them done somewhere, but
That,
I don't know. She's doing her thing, honey. Stormy's
yeah,
doing her thing. She has new products out. She got new body scrubs. She got perfume. She got all kinds of stuff. So
like Mel said, at least her stuff don't sit on the shelf for months and months and wait for.
oh my God. Lord have mercy. It's just crazy.
Now, how,
I think it's insane. And then now, did what's her name on the rocks with Jada? Did she talk about Tisha coming out doing something? Or somebody talked about Tisha coming out finally. I guess since they're on hiatus, Tisha has time to push, her girls things. But
a
if you're
Stormy
selling
label
a
product,
product, huh?
a Stormy label products.
Yes. If you're selling something, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You can't stop. It doesn't stop. Just because you're back filming, these products have to be sold. Tisha doesn't have a work ethic like that. She
Nope.
just doesn't have that. She does not have it.
Wanda try to sell it.
She had one bottle. She had one bottle out of seven. Yes, she did. She tried to sell it.
Now I'm gonna ask you this before you drop me down. Is there anything else you need to know about Love and Marriage Huntsville?
I always need to know something about Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Okay.
Always.
Well, what about the Fletchers?
Okay, I posted in my hot topics. The Fletchers are having a meet and greet in Atlanta on October 13th. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. I feel like when I was listening to Anonymous T and she was talking about, these new couples that we've been introduced to, like
Hmm.
they are null and void for me.
Exactly.
Like, if this show is supposed to be about families, if it's just going to be messy, just say it's a messy show. Don't
Yeah.
don't bring me a woman with a husband and a boyfriend. Don't bring me a woman who's married to a man and now other woman who used to go with him is trying to figure out why she wasn't chosen. And don't bring me a woman who wasn't chosen who can't understand why her husband keep her in court every week. Like I don't want that. I just don't want to hear about that.
Uh-uh.
LC said she forgot about the Fletchers. It's easy.
Yeah,
It's
it's easy until some of their dirt come out.
what's going on?
Did y'all know allegedly that how they got most of their money was allegedly that Chris had some deals going on
Before what?
before they got to where they are now, and he stacked his paper, and that's how they were able to get that house. You listen to his daughter when she said she don't know where the money come from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mm. So
yeah.
Chris was doing some things back in the day to get where
I
he.
believe. I believe it. I mean, Chris looks slick. Chris was doing a lot of stuff back in the day. He was doing some stuff that didn't need to be done back in the
Yeah.
day.
Yep.
But thank you, Stan, for coming up.
I am so happy for you with your what is it, 10,000 now or 16,000?
Almost, I think it's almost 17. Almost 17. No, it's almost it's 17,000.
Girl, I was spreading your YouTube channel around at the beauty shop.
Thank you.
I said, go listen to Miller Sean. I said, I told my cousin, she does my hair at Beauty Bar. I said, girl, you need to support this sister. She right here in Texas.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Sonia said, I thought Nell daycare was passed down to her. Now, that is what Nell said. It was her
Yep.
mother's daycare and it was passed down to her. So that's what I was thinking that they got the money to do whatever they're doing. And then, Chris selling homes and stuff. So that's how they start wearing matching outfits every day.
Yeah. So my friend's house that had like it was over 38,000 square feet
Yeah, it's a nice home. It's a nice
next
home.
door. next to the Fletchers.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah. So
okay.
one day we'll talk about all the other mess I know.
All
So,
right.
but I appreciate you for allowing me to come up. And
No
for those that
problem.
are wondering, yes, I ordered my stuff from mail on Sunday. Guess what? It
You got
arrived
it.
today.
That's amazing. But wait a minute. Wait a second before you go. We gotta talk about this last thing. So Kyle has made a post about the bogus lawsuit that was filed against him, and he is ready for his day in court.
Yeah, because the judge dismissed Stormy's.
Yeah, talking about it was in retaliation and meant to intimidate. And
Yep.
he said, I'm ready for my day in court. It's so blank on this paper that she filed on him. That was crazy. And
Yep.
here's the thing, like, I don't want this to sound like it's a Stormy beat up because I'm not trying to do that. But I'm just going to talk about the facts. The fact that she brought him on
Mm-hmm.
to help her, and that's exactly what he did. He got her out of the black, I mean, out of the red, got her into the black, and she started making the green, right?
Yep.
So he's her COO amongst other things that he was doing. And when the money started rolling in, then you want to question what is your day to day.
Exactly.
So now he's running the day to day down, and you feel like, oh, this is why this is not happening because you can't pay attention to this, right? Then you turn around and hire Big Lou.
Yep.
What's going on with that?
You know what? I think that I personally feel like the season after they get through filming or whatever, I'm thinking once the 2.0 leaves that they gonna try to bring Big Lou and Tiffany back.
I feel like Tiffany and Big Lou can come back after she's good because that postpartum really messed her up. So I feel like she did the right thing for herself because we didn't need to see that on TV. We did not need to see that. So she may be coming back. I think Carlos said the door was open. But
Yeah.
honey, Flojo said I heard Stormy is bringing Area on TikTok to sell her clothes. Child, I'm gonna be right there.
But me
I'm
too.
gonna be I'm gonna be right there because I know you lying.
And that's why she not coming back.
But honey, I don't know what's going on. I can't put no pictures up today. But honey, when I saw Big R is selling
Uh,
bags, Mel has come here and sold a plethora of items, and you come here talking about a medium and a large bag.
mm,
And then you got your friend up here modeling your clothes. Y'all have two different body types. Two different body types.
with the
Did
same
I,
size.
did I post that? I posted on. I think I posted it on TikTok. I gotta post it on YouTube, child. It's got a Huntsville sign. Huntsville city limits. Honey, it is something else.
But why is all of a sudden the word on the curb is that she moved back to Atlanta?
Who moved back to Atlanta?
Big Ari.
You know what? Hold on. Jada is in St. Louis, so that's right. Yeah, Jada's in St. Louis, so that's exactly who I was listening to. What you mean move back? She lived in Atlanta at one point.
Well, no, not moved back, but moved to Atlanta.
Mm.
Because allegedly Martell wasn't paying the rent, so she got evicted. And she borrowed that money from that girl that she was on the show with, loving hip hop, the girl she just met. And she moved in, Lip Gloss moved in with her sister in Atlanta.
No lip gloss.
That's what she need to be marketing lip gloss so she can
Then
model it.
that's what I told her when she tried to blast me out. I was like, "Girl, make a line. I'll wear it."
Shoot,
Girl, I
girl.
don't know how much she's selling the bags for, Peggy. I have no idea. Peggy, was that you modeling the clothes? That wasn't you, was it? Because she said, because they said that's her friend Peggy modeling clothes. I'm not. I'm just asking the question. I don't know.
Mm,
But thank you, Sin. I appreciate it.
yeah, we'll keep in touch because I have day-to-day stuff come to me laying in my lap.
Okay.
So, but good luck, sweetie, and I
Thank
appreciate
you.
love you to death, my
Love
Texas
you too.
sister.
Bye, Sin.
Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you, Sam, for coming up. Yeah, Jada is from St. Louis but lives in Dallas because I heard her say the Dallas Heat, and I heard her talking about she was getting ready to go on a date. I hope y'all went and told her about her hair because that's what she wanted to ask y'all about. I like her. I don't know if I subscribe, but I'm definitely gonna go back and subscribe to her if I didn't. So let's get into. Wait a minute, is this the right thing? I gotta post that video, y'all. I gotta post that video of the Fletchers of Huntsville City Limits because I just wanted to talk about that. Um, let's get into what was it? I said it was something before we get into this book. Let me see. Okay, we got. Oh, y'all! Last night I posted it. I hope it's posting now. I posted my love in hip hop. I had to do 2 episodes. Baby, when I tell you last night Zell got Yandy and Rashida all the way together. He got Yandy so together she had to leave the baby shower. Child, so they getting on like what's her name? Shakana was getting on Zell because she was like, he had a real baby by a real woman. And he took offense to that. And I understand him taking offense to it because he likes women and he likes men. And he said he wanted a child. Santana was saying that you just up and want a baby and you just some random girl or whatever. Child, he told he told Yandy, he was like, girl, with all the problems you got in your marriage, you need to mind your business. Yandy was devastated. And he said, Rashida said, I know mine messed up. But Rashida was upset too. And I don't think Rashida should be really talking about anybody. Like she should be really quiet because it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on with her and Kirk. And she has allowed him to do a lot of things that are actually crazy. So let's get into Diddy real quick. Um, 3 things, maybe 4. So I have been listening to Freddie P from Making the Band, right? I've been making posts about it. I did it already, Sharon. It is actually loading right now. It's already, I don't know if it's loaded on, it's on my TikTok, but it's supposed to be loaded on my Instagram and YouTube. So it should be loaded, honey, because that was a hoot last night. Oh, it hadn't got there yet, but it's loading. It'll come. Um, homo girl, stop, Flojo, stop. Flojo said, and I'm not putting this up here. She said that girl moved to Atlanta to do explicit movies. Y'all got to stop this. But anyway, let me go on with this. So Freddie P was talking about when they went to walk for the cheesecake, right? He said what people didn't know is that the cheesecake was actually for Beyonce. He said Beyonce was upstairs, I guess, recording or whatever, and the cheesecake was actually for her. And he was like, he listens really well to people, and him and Ness or him and Dylan got in the car and they rode back to the studio where everybody else walked back. But that was, he was like, that's a fun fact. But then, y'all, we got to get into Kevin Hart. All 4 of his stores closed. His vegan restaurants closed. Y'all know he had Keith Lee out there. Keith Lee gave his place the stamp of approval, right? Gave him the stamp of approval. Said it was great, and he doesn't even eat vegan food, but he couldn't tell the chicken sandwich, the hamburger. He was like, it's amazing. But now he has closed all of his restaurants. Now, child, let's get into this. This is coming from Nosy Boots Club 2017. It says, Kevin Hart, now I understand P. Diddy was an investor in your vegan restaurant and the feds found out about it with money tied to criminal activities and they used your name to clean it up like Orlando in The Wire. That's why there was no explanations as to why all 4 suddenly shut down without notice. Everything makes perfect sense now. I guess you owed P. Diddy some favors because you can't afford to say no to someone like that because of the blackmail involved, especially that tape with you and Usher. Kevin Hart had a tape with him and Usher. That is crazy. Usher probably deleted all his posts because that tape is supposedly making the rounds and he got word that it's out. Hollywood is really burning and I don't think it will make it to 2025. Just my hunch. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Oh, the Justin Bieber. I hope I can find it. This is a lot. And I think I've said this to y'all before, but Puffy was very smart to include so many people. So when everything happens, he will be able to pinpoint and point to and pull out everybody. This Nino Brown situation is going to go down in history, right? We are going to be sitting with our mouths on the floor when he gets to calling these names out. Because I was listening to some last night. You know, Young Miami is in there. Cuba Gooding Jr. has been put in there. But I think that was for that Rodney dude. But I don't know what's going on with this one. And then y'all, gospel singer Lecrae. Lecrae talks about he talks about his experience at a Diddy party. So I'm gonna let you listen to what he has to say. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna turn this up and let y'all listen. Hold on.
You just don't want to be here at 1 a.m. Now, my pride kicked in, like, yo, you don't know me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can handle myself. Like, I'm not some little church boy who ain't never seen nothing. Like, I'm good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what you talking about? Well, it's probably 12:30. I'm downstairs. I go downstairs to the studio. I come up out the studio. The music changed. It was, like, really hard and heavy at first. And then, you know, like, and on my way upstairs, there's, like, this couch. And on the couch, I saw a couple of guys really going at it hard and heavy, man. And I was like, oh, as I started moving upstairs, I passed them up and I noticed that it wasn't just those two guys, it was more and more people just going at it. But at this particular party, Brandon T came up to me and he said, yo, man, like, Satan will steal your soul in this industry, bro. And he was really like, he's like, I love your soul and your spirit and I want you to thrive, Craig. I don't want you to get devoured out here. And I just appreciated that because for him, he was like, he has seen some detriments or some of the dark side of it. But I will say is that one particular party, lots of.
So Lecrae went to a Diddy party. The people that told him, sir, after this particular time, you need to get out of here. He feeling a certain way because he's like, I can handle myself. And then he walks in a room and see people going at it. What is Diddy over there doing? Like, how much power does one need? They may as well come out and control their own. You are so right, Celie. Oh my gosh. And here's the thing. I talked about I talked about Puff not eating and things like that. He's not eating right now. And I think yesterday I showed in my post like where he is living. And Michael Cohen, the fixer for former President Donald Trump, he lived there for a year. And he said that Diddy has like a plastic chair, a desk, a locker, a cot with a 1-inch mattress, no pillow, a sink, toilet combination, and it's a 3-by-5-foot room. So he has 15 square foot to walk around in. So that's a far cry from all those places that he has lived in Miami and LA. 15 square feet. That is insane. And then I was listening to someone else, and the guy said he knew someone that worked there, and they got maggots and mice situations. Like, this is crazy. But he put himself there. Oh my God. I'm with you on that. He shouldn't have been there. 100%. He should not have been there. 100%. That's right. Oh gosh. Let's get into this book a little bit, y'all. Y'all ready to get into the book? I'm going to read a couple of stanzas, a couple of chapters, and then we're going to talk about it. That's going to have to post. I'll get all my posts done when I get off the phone. Exactly, sweet essence. Jail was never mentioned to be a country club. But when Diddy went to court, and the fact he went to court and he didn't want to change out of his clothes, I knew right then that this is going to be a problem for him. I knew right then. So I'm going to give y'all the table of contents, and I want y'all to put the number in which y'all want to hear. And the most numbers is what we're going to. So we got chapter 1, the introduction. We got chapter 2, humble beginnings. Chapter 3, second chances. Chapter 4, forgiveness. Chapter 5, Sean kneels. Chapter 6, Pac. Chapter 7, threats. Chapter 8, Kidata. Chapter 9, going back to Cali. 10, the lies you tell. 11, more problems. 12, a mama's love. 13, have some faith. 14, outshine. 15, queen bee. 16, Christian. 17, broken promises. 18, sweet goodbyes. And 19, the final. I know. Why would you do that? I'm going to say this because, yes, let me put this up here and let me say this. This book is alleged. They're saying that this is not Kim's book. Albie Sure said her book is somewhere else. It is not this one. This man right here made this up. It is extremely fiction. This is a fiction book that we're going to talk about. Very fake. Very fake. But very entertaining at the same time. Oh, she said 13 was a good chapter. Let's go to 13. Anybody got another number? I see 7. She said 13 was a good chapter. Let's see. Okay, Showbiz, I'm glad you're here, honey. 13. We're almost there. I'm going to read 11. That's more problems. Okay, here we go. 7. We're going to do 7 next. So this is 13. Okay, y'all bear with me because, it's small. The fact of the matter is, Sean was a complete control freak. He was absolutely the worst. But of all the things he did for control, this might have been one of the most despicable ones. We were in the bad boy office one evening, sitting in the lounge area, enjoying a meal. Sean was smoking one of those big cigars he liked when Faith entered. She sat down with us. She seemed relaxed as she said, "Hey guys." I smiled. I never had any bad vibe from the marvelous Faith Evans. We never talked about the wild time the three of us shared at one of Sean's parties. What? I gave her a hug. "Hey girl, what's up?" Sean smiled and asked, "Hey, what brings you out?" She addressed Sean saying, "Look, when you asked me to hook up with Chris, I understood you needed to control him. I felt honored that you would choose me to monitor one of your most valuable assets. Chris is sweet." Sean laughed and said, "Honestly, I knew you would be good. Make the big man feel loved." "I don't feel good about all this, Sean." Sean got that look in his eye he gets before he blows his top. Faith saw it also. She treaded carefully. "Sean, you know I'm loyal as they come." Sean leaned forward, unintentionally threatening, and said in a low tone, "Yeah. But Sean, Chris and I had a child together." Sean leaned back. He let out a deep breath. "I'm going to take care of you. You're like Chris. You're loyal." Faith had a tear in her eye as she responded. Oh my God, this is so crazy, y'all. So we got 2 more pages. She said he didn't have to be gone. "This is getting very touchy. Did she know? Did she suspect? Was this her trying to find out if Sean intentionally unalive Biggie?" I wanted to ask, but of course, there was no way of doing that. This is so crazy. Sean sighed and replied, "He didn't. Don't get me wrong. I miss him, but he was leaving me anyway." Now that is true. That is true. Biggie was getting ready to leave Bad Boy because of how he was treated and not getting paid. He was getting ready to join the commission. I believe it was Jay-Z and I don't know who else. But Biggie was getting ready to go. "No one cares about my pain." Classic narcissist Sean. It's all about him. Oh, I was sickened for a moment, but his next sentence made me feel for him anyway. I wanted to share all this with him. He was my man. Faith couldn't hide the anger that flared in her eyes, but she knew who she was talking to. She was careful as she spoke. "Sean, you have your friends you share things with." Sean sat forward again, this time with malicious intent as he queried, What the F is that supposed to mean? Chris had no one, only you. Sean lost it. That fat F and that other piece of blank I had you F, I interjected while in shock. You had her sleep with Pop? Sean glared at me as he answered, yes, sleeping with Pop. Those MFers were going to try to start their own label, so it was Pop and compete with me. Me. After all I did for that fat so-and-so, nah, I wasn't using resources to protect that MF. No way. As Faith started to cry, Sean looked at her and softened slightly. He spoke a little calmer. Look, I didn't hate him. I was hurt, but I didn't hate him. I'll make sure you and CJ are taken care of. Without words, Faith got up to leave. As she turned to Sean, he spoke softly. Faith. She ignored him. He called to her again. Faith. She exited quickly. Sean just looked at me and said, damn. I really didn't know what to say. Sean just told Faith that he wouldn't protect her husband because he was going to leave Bad Boy. From a business standpoint, hold on. From a business perspective, I didn't disagree with Sean there. If you're leaving and creating competition for him, why would he spend resources on you? So I hugged Sean, but I also knew he didn't have to send Chris to California. I wondered if he realized that he sentenced himself to unaliveness. He hugged me back with tears in his eyes, and he asked, how in the world am I this bad guy? Huh? I do nothing but bust my ass to make everyone live comfortably, and I'm supposed to just let dudes walk all over me? As I held him in a comforting embrace, I replied, no, baby. He took me right there on the couch. Like I said, Stockholm Syndrome. What? Now, like I said, we do not know that to be true. The book is fiction, right? We don't know if this is, we don't know anything. We just know that Albie sure said it's not real. It doesn't read legit. It really doesn't. I agree with you, Goddess. But it is so juicy. True, he is. Puppet, Puppet has a very controlling manner. And the fact that he has all this control over people, why is nobody talking? Have you noticed that? Nobody is saying anything. All these people are stepping down from their CEO positions, closing restaurants, quiet. Why is no one talking? Because if somebody, you understand what I'm saying? But I think at the end of it all, with Puffy being in that 15 square footage that he in right now, I feel like at some point, somebody is going to do whatever it is they think they need to do to make sure he is not here anymore. Because there are some big higher ups. Because when the U.S. attorney had got all the stuff, his words were, we have images of people. So if somebody say they got images and you've been in there, what's your next move? Because that is insane. That's crazy to me. Oh, somebody said Albie Sure reposted a video suggesting that Quincy has Stockholm Syndrome regarding his relationship with Diddy. What? That's crazy. Yeah, he is definitely that. He has everybody on videotape. And see, that's the thing. Puffy is his own demise. The very thing that he used to keep everybody in control, quiet, and obedient is the same thing that has him in this 3x5 room. How in the world could you just keep tapes like that? That is crazy. They talk about everybody but Puff. Everybody. Oh my Lord. I wanted to talk to y'all about, what time is it? We got a little bit of time left. Hold on. Because I'm gonna have to go in an hour. We talked last night, and we're gonna have our call to action. We kind of changed the name a little bit. We're gonna be doing this until the actual election. But I posted the Project 2025 information. And it's striking, right? It is insane what is going on that side of the world. So I hope everybody, if you have any questions or anything, I will let you know when we're going to have this conversation, because we'll be talking until the election. And if you have any questions, I just ask me in the inbox. Double D Mother, if you follow her, ask her. The Zaxtivist, ask him. Too Raw, Too Real, or I'm about to say El McPherson. El Mirasaki, ask her, because y'all, this is so important. I'm never going to lose sight of this. Diddy got the world on fire right now, but we have some things that's very important, because Diddy gonna take care of Diddy for real. Celie said one person we know Puff don't have nothing on is the internet's best troll, 50 Cent. Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that, because if he did, 50's verbiage would be a little different, because he holds heavy, but he has pulled back a lot. Have you noticed that? 50 has pulled back a lot on what he says. He has not been as loud as he usually is with everything. She said, buy baby oil. I can't with buy baby oil. Y'all, that was crazy. All that baby oil, that was insane. Let me see what else is going on in the world right quick before we... What is going on? Tyra Banks announces her return to Victoria's Secret fashion show. Tyra Banks is coming back as a model. Oh, y'all, this is going to be good. Are y'all going to watch Tia Mowry's reality show when it comes on next month? Because, baby, that's going to be a good show. I had no idea her and Tia weren't talking until I had got into a deep dive of all of this. Yeah, Cat started all this up. I had no idea. But Corey Hardwick gets vulnerable and opens up about sleepless nights and a tearful journey after divorce from Tia Mowry, whom he wishes the best. Tia just couldn't take it no more. Tia was like, I'm out. Like, I'm out. I cannot do this. He pulled back a little bit because okay, because I noticed he pulled back some, and I think I saw that about Daphne. So he let that go. Y'all, let me ask y'all something. What did y'all think about Janet Jackson? What did y'all think about that? And saving Eve's life. Do y'all have, because I was listening to it, and I was listening to the girls, the GWRLSSS, I think, on Instagram, and she had made a post, and it had Vice President Kamala Harris, and she was talking about the Michael Jackson verdict, right? And how the kids will remember this and the jurors will take this into consideration. So somebody on YouTube, shout out if you're watching. I couldn't read all that you wrote, but I understood for the first 2 or 3 lines that you were saying. Like, no, that was not a laughing matter or anything like that. But I think Janet felt a certain way. But why would Janet say something like that? Like, you haven't said anything during this whole time. Now you want to come and say, I heard she's Indian and her father's white. When we clearly have seen things. But at this point, it doesn't even matter. Are you going to vote, Janet? I want to know your voting plan, ma'am. I'm not above asking that. Whoo, child. I can't with Janet Jackson being a Trump person. Ooh, how many people shop at Aldi? Do y'all shop at Aldi? Aldi announces new minimum wage increase, paying up to $23 an hour at Aldi. Rolanda said she could care less about her plans. She ain't never been a fan. Girl, no. Yeah, she's not comfortable with herself. I don't know why Kamala's race is such a big deal. Why is Donald Trump's race not a big deal? That is a big deal for us. That's a very big deal. Yeah, let me see if I can find this. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this in my story. Because it's in my story. Let me see if it's still up here. Because I put it in my story, and I put it with Jason Music. Oh, I got it right here. Here we go. So I'm not going to read all of this, but the Trump-Vance Project 2025 plan cut taxes for the ultra wealthy, increase taxes for middle-class families, guts Medicare and Social Security, eliminate union and worker protections, reinstate and expand Trump's Muslim ban, withdraw from the Paris Climate Agreement, end the independence of the Department of Justice and FBI, turn the Department of Justice and FBI into enforcement arms for the White House, implement and expand book bans, line big pharma's pockets by ending prescription drug price caps, banned getting rid of children's medication, puts limits on contraceptive access. You can't buy condoms? Rip away protections of women's rights to life-saving medical care, go after marriage equality, put immigrants in mass detention camps, rip immigrant children from the arms of their mothers, repeal Medicare's ability to negotiate lower drug prices, let employees distractedly cut overtime. That is crazy. Replace climate advisors with fossil fuel lobbyists. And what did it say up here? Abolish the Department of Education. Repeal protection for LGBTQ plus Americans. Y'all, they trying to fire people that's in their community if they on these jobs. They don't even want the people working. I don't understand why people are, first of all, I don't understand why people are so concerned about women who actually make people. I don't understand that. A woman made him. So why do you want so much control over a woman's body? We don't want no control over a man's body. We don't want control of that. Y'all do what y'all want to do with it. Okay. She said, let me go get my son. Wait a minute. LaPriest said she about to go to the CVS, baby. She said, let me go get my son some right now. No more grandbabies. I know that's right. She said, these people need to understand that most women run their household and their husband's business. Stop it, folks, with Kamala Harris. It's insane. It's just insane. Wait a minute. What? And these black men who are caught up with women being the head of the country, ruling them is asinine. I'm gonna be blocking them 1106. Let me tell y'all something. Like it's definitely men who are not able to meet a standard. It's certain men who can't do that, right? Like if a woman being the president of the United States disturbs your spirit that much, you have a problem with women. You probably don't like women that much. They are very threatened. And I don't think we think like that. We don't think like, let's go out here and just make it bad for our men. We want to make it good for everybody. And then even with everything that her opponent has gone through and has done, women are like, oh, I'm still voting for him. I'm still voting for him. Okay, sis, go right ahead. Now keep your head up. They are threatened. And it's so sad that they are threatened. Oh, y'all, let's send our prayers out to Marcellus Williams' family. He was unalived last night because the governor would not accept the clemency for him to come off of being unalived. Like, that is horrible. They had everything to show that that man did not do that crime. They had everything. Even all the lawyers on both sides came out and said everything was tampered with. But because he's never let anybody off of that, he was not going to let him off. That is so sad. And I feel for that family. I feel for them because that is his son was just pleading. People were standing in line with notes and letters. I called myself, and when I called yesterday, they was like, the mailbox is full, cannot accept any more messages. It is even the victim's family, right? This is why your vote is so important, people. The best thing out of this is if and when Kamala wins, Donald Trump has already said, now he said it, that he will not run again. That is the best news ever. That is the whole reason to go ahead and vote for Kamala. I can't tell y'all what to do, but you know what I'm saying. Oh my God. Yes. I don't think so. I don't know, Shakira. I don't know if it is. I don't know if you can do that. Now that I don't know. And I mean, and when I called Don, like I couldn't get a message through. I talked to Double D Mobile yesterday, and she was like, she had been calling too, back and forth, leaving messages. And when she said she called yesterday, it was like, no, we no messages to be left. What? Y'all, this is horrible. Last thing. Bullets fired into Kamala Harris's Arizona campaign office. This is getting ridiculous. Like, is it that serious where you just want people not to even be here? It's bad enough you got Puff locked up. That's a vote. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he had to be locked up. But this is insane. Somebody has done this. New York, hold on, let me read it to you. This comes from the Jasmine brand. New York Post reports that police are investigating shots that were fired at Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign office in Arizona this week. Damage from gunfire fired sometime after midnight on Monday was discovered at the Democratic National Committee campaign office near Southern Avenue and Priest Drive in Tempe. No one was inside the police during the overnight hours, but this raises concern about the safety of those who work in the building, as well as those nearby. Detectives are analyzing evidence collected at the scene, and cops said additional measures have been taken to beef up security. Staff workers arrived at the office on Monday and reported what appeared to be gunshots fired through the front door. That is crazy. And my whole thing is, it's because you can't get your way or because you can't think you're going to get your way. How old are we? Everybody can't win. You are not a good person for the United States of America. And I'm not saying, because people love to say, well, what is Kamala Harris going to do? It can't be what he's going to do. That's just my answer. Whatever her plan is definitely better than his. That's my whole thing. That is insane. Insane. And for all the people talking about they're gonna leave the United States if she wins, goodbye. Make sure you got your passport straightened out. Make sure you got your luggage packed. Get your favorite snacks and pack them and get gone. Get on, go wherever you've got to go. This is horrible. But we have to stand firm. You know what? We got to stand for something. Because sometimes we fall out and don't do everything we're supposed to do. That is crazy. Ooh. That is insane. Oh, I love this. Y'all make sure y'all be checking out my Instagram stories because they be lit, y'all. Oh, I love it. What else is going on? It's fall season. Everybody ready for this sweater weather? I'm ready. I am ready. Tiffany, you talking about 6? We did one chapter. because I didn't want to get too far into it because of the simple fact that the book is fake and the people, and I don't want no problems. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna get ready to wrap this up. And is there something else y'all want to talk about before we leave? Oh, Suge Knight is saying that claims Diddy is battling drug withdrawals in jail. I bet he is. I bet he is dealing with withdrawals. That's the problem. That's why he around here ready to not eating. Cause they found stuff in the hotel before they apprehended him. That is insane. He wants full immunity. He wants to give them full immunity to do whatever it is they need to do. That is insane. Oh, Judy said they get, oh, Lord, have mercy. Judy, prayers to you and your family and everybody down there in Florida, y'all. Judy said we're getting ready for this hurricane headed here in Florida. What's this month? This is September. It's still hurricane season. Girl, y'all be careful. Tanya, it is so disrespectful. It is so disrespectful. I think this is just horrible. Oh, y'all, are y'all ready for Bell Collective? Are y'all ready for Bell Collective? Because I'm ready for Bell Collective. 100% I'm ready. Thank you, Robin. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. I just love all of you that come here and listen to me talk. I love that you all subscribe and comment and share because this is very important to me. Before I go, I will give you all a little personal situation because I feel like it's very important for me to, in order for me to do what I'm doing, I have to connect. And we all go through the same stuff, right? We all go through the same stuff. And I will say this, just here, maybe yesterday, I had some news given to me about something. And I realized that I did not care. Right. And I'm not someone who doesn't care about important things. But I am someone that when I don't care, that is not good because I really don't care. So you all are very important to me, right? I asked God what was my gift, and it took a while for me to figure it out, but I'm here now, and this is the most important thing to me that I do. I absolutely love coming to you. I love talking with you. I love telling these stories. I love that you made me an author. That was my biggest dream, and you all made my biggest dream come true. That was like in the top 3, and you made that come through. I got 2 more, right? But I'm never lost on the fact that if I'm invited to the White House or if I'm invited on certain platforms, if there are certain people who actually talk to me, I am not lost on the fact that you all got me here. I'm never going to lose sight of that. I will never lose sight of that. And I appreciate you all immensely from the bottom of my heart. I do this for you. I come here for you, and I want to be here for you. So the news that I got yesterday, I took it. I never got upset. I took it with a grain of salt. And one thing about me is I have a great work ethic, so I'm going to do what it is that I need to do. But my bigger vision is being here with you every day and figuring something out with y'all every day. So I got to try to put this face on and do what I need to do and get back home. Those of you that are in Dallas, I will say this, I'm getting ready to get prepared for what I want to call my annual New Year's Eve lunch, right? So the Saturday after New Year's Eve, I always want to go to a different restaurant and invite people and have conversations, and we just have a meal together and we have a conversation together and spend some time together because that's very important to me. to meet you. I am currently in Rock Hill, North Carolina. I don't know who's all there, but just I'm all over the place sometimes. So I try to get to you all whenever I can get to you all. But I just really appreciate you. I really do, and I thank y'all for making me realize what it is that I need to do. And I love y'all. And that's the honest truth. So I didn't cry today, so that's good. But thank you all for being here. Oh, keep it cute. Thank you. I'm gonna call you back. I'll call you back today. Thank you all for being here for these hot topics. Next week I will do hot topics, but we're gonna have to take a break the next week. And I can't wait till y'all see what's going on, but we're gonna have to take a break the next week. So we'll have next week hot topics, okay? So y'all just keep sending me your stuff. I'll keep talking about it. And I got Caught in the Act coming up, and I got Love and Hip Hop coming up. So I'm gonna do another hot topic in a few minutes. And then I'm gonna retire for the day because I need a break. I actually got sleep last night. So I love y'all. Oh, South Carolina. That's where I am then. She said Rock Hill is in South Carolina. So I'm in South Carolina. That's where I am. Thank you, Candy, because honey, sometimes I just don't even know. But y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good hump day. Y'all have a good rest of the week. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all. I hope y'all be good. Don't get none on you. And you know what I'm talking about.